1 to 7 February is observed in the entire world as World Interfaith Harmony Week. This observance is as per the deliberation of the United Nations on 20 October 2010. This declaration was in response to the proposal of King Abdullah of Jordan in the UN General Assembly on 23 September 2010. The backdrop of the decision on the Interfaith Harmony Week was a series of reflections in the UN General Assembly between 1999 and 2009. The world direly requires faiths, traditions, ideologies, and cultures to stay tuned to each other. This was the great realization that paved the way for a new way of being religious in the modern world. The Interfaith Harmony Week was pioneered by the most powerful Christian-Muslim dialogue in history, called a common word. A common word between us and you was processed by hundreds of scholars, leaders, and intellectuals from the Muslim and Christian communities across the nations. Two fundamental religious commandments, namely love of God and love of neighbor, are at the heart of this Christian-Muslim dialogue. These two commandments are common to the three monotheistic religions of the world. Therefore, they provide a solid ground for dialogue among all the religious traditions of the world as well. Further, the World Interfaith Harmony Week has redefined the two commandments as love of good and love of the neighbor. This was the way of broadening the boundaries of dialogue towards people of all backgrounds, convictions, ideologies, and cultures. In other words, dialogue includes people of goodwill across the campuses of all faiths, social traditions, and nationalities. The World Interfaith Harmony Week is a platform for pooling the goodwill of all well-meaning and concerned groups beyond the communities. It's an opportunity for the entire world to be aware of the presence of groups of diverse affiliations across the globe. It's also an occasion for committed individuals and groups to motivate and mobilize goodwill in view of strengthening the noble efforts for spreading harmony all over. Furthermore, the World Interfaith Harmony Week is a golden stretch of time for recognizing common values within the different traditions of the world, religious and other. Realizing and accepting the common origin, the common existence, and the common destiny of the humans crosswise the traditions of faith is the sublime fruit of this campaign. Making difference a source of enrichment is the secret of being agents of harmony and peace for all the communities of the world. Loving neighbor as well as God or good is the sum and substance of life for all the humans on earth. God and good, as the spelling of the words suggest, are similar, close to each other, and could even be synonymous to each other. They could certainly be a shared goal for people of all affiliations. Again, God or good and neighbor are not poles apart. They are like two sides of the same coin. To have seen one side is to have seen the other as well. They are a single whole together as far as the essence of life is concerned. Therefore, Leaders of religions and traditions have to make their places of worship radiate love of the good or God and love of the neighbor in one shot. In other words, churches, masjids, synagogues, gurudwaras and temples of all traditions have to become active and effective centers of goodwill and love for one and all. Making the respective believers sociable, relaxed, and at home with the people of other faiths and cultures is the sublime job of any faith that is worth the name. In addition, heads of states at various levels could be powerful agents of the harmony mission initiated by the United Nations too. Get-togethers of citizens on various occasions are sure to promote ice-breaking, interaction and friendliness across the groups of languages, ideologies, regions, parties, professions, sectors and the like. Promoting goodwill and unity in their respective area of operation will be a living proof of good governance too. Such exercises will positively contribute very much to the making of an inclusive neighborhood, village, town, city, state, nation, and the society at large. The World Interfaith Harmony Week is geared towards accelerating a culture of love and sharing, interaction and understanding, collaboration and fellowship among communities of all faiths and ideologies. It has been too obvious that the world has been terribly struggling through the corona times. To say the least, COVID-19 has left substantial lessons of cooperation and unity among the humans. Now, the year 2021 is inviting all those who claim to have a faith, well, you and me, to be real agents of generating goodwill and fellowship among one and all. Loving God and good through loving every human being one meets in life as one's neighbor is the way to fulfill this sublime mission of harmony, positively so. On the great occasion of World Interfaith Harmony Week 2021, on behalf of Institute of Harmony and Peace Studies, New Delhi, I wish to make a strong appeal to my fellow believers in India and world over. Let us affirm together our deep sense of commitment to interfaith harmony and social fellowship across the communities. Let us also grow beyond the faith and culture we have inherited and proceed towards acquiring a circle of all faiths and ideologies that is much richer than ever. Let us hold fast together to God, good, and neighbor, and keep marching towards the heaven of celebrating the spirit of interfaith harmony, well, here and now, in this life itself. God bless you all. Thank you.